The Falklands War of 1982, fought between Argentina and the United Kingdom over the sovereignty of the Falkland Islands, also involved the United States, albeit in a complex and nuanced way. While the U.S. did not directly participate in the conflict, its involvement was crucial in shaping the course of the war, particularly through its diplomatic efforts and support for the United Kingdom. Initial neutrality and diplomatic pressure. At the onset of the Falklands War, the United States, under President Ronald Reagan, initially sought to maintain a neutral stance as it had diplomatic and economic ties with both Argentina and the United Kingdom. However, the U.S. found itself in a difficult position because it was a long-standing ally of the U.K. through NATO and shared strong military and political ties with Argentina as well. The U.S. administration, keen to avoid antagonizing either side, initially called for a peaceful resolution and urged both parties to negotiate. The Reagan administration's position was to avoid direct involvement, while offering support for diplomatic talks aimed at resolving the dispute. Support for the United Kingdom. As the war progressed and hostilities escalated, the U.S. began to offer more tangible support to the United Kingdom, aligning more with its NATO ally. In practical terms, the United States provided military aid, including intelligence sharing, logistical support, and access to its military bases in Ascension Island for British operations. One of the most significant contributions was the intelligence and satellite reconnaissance that the U.S. shared with the British military, which provided vital information on Argentine movements and helped the UK's strategic planning. This intelligence support, coupled with the use of American-made equipment, played a pivotal role in the British victory. The U.S. and Argentina. Despite its support for the UK, the United States did not immediately sever its relationship with Argentina. Argentina was seen as an important partner in the region, and the U.S. had been sympathetic to its anti-communist stance during the Cold War. The U.S. administration, therefore, tried to maintain a neutral tone with Argentina while still providing diplomatic and military support to the UK. The U.S. also faced internal political pressures. There was significant public support for Argentina's position in Latin America, and the U.S. had to balance this regional solidarity with its commitment to its European ally. However, despite the diplomatic nuances, the U.S. largely favored the UK's claim to the Falklands and acted in alignment with British interests during the conflict. Post-war relations. After the war, the U.S.-UK relationship was strengthened, with both countries viewing the conflict as a successful example of cooperation. While the U.S. had supported the UK, its ability to maintain a diplomatic relationship with Argentina after the war was important. Despite Argentina's defeat, the U.S. continued its diplomatic ties with the country, which was crucial for regional stability. In Latin America, the U.S. was seen as a powerful but sometimes contradictory ally, as it had supported Argentina's territorial claim in principle but had ultimately backed the UK's military action. Conclusion. The United States' role in the Falklands War was characterized by a balancing act of diplomacy, intelligence sharing, and military support for its NATO ally, the United Kingdom. While initially maintaining neutrality, the U.S. became increasingly aligned with Britain as the conflict escalated. The war solidified the U.S.-UK relationship while showcasing the complexities of American diplomacy in Latin America. Despite its assistance to the UK, the U.S. worked to maintain ties with Argentina, illustrating the delicate balance of Cold War politics and regional alliances.